So, welcome to the next Ghastly Prospects episode. And I'm joined by Nick today, who you might have seen in episode 4 or 5. If you've not, go back and watch that in the last time we played the Secret Squirrels. See, I can't say that.
Secret Squirrels.
Yes, the Secret...
The Secret Squirrels.
Yes. So it's going to be them versus Calvaferum today. The Orlock yet again making an appearance. Nick, do you want to go over... Oh, let's say what we're doing.
Yeah.
Do you want to give a rundown of that, or should I?
I'll let you go through the scenario.
Right, okay, that's so that I make the mistake rather than Nick. So we're playing the Keeping What's Yours scenario. So the Secret Squirrels are attempting to ambush Calvaferum on their way back from a big find, and that's because my gang has a higher rating at the moment in the campaign, so Nick is going to use his secretness to try and ambush me, basically. So you get a higher gang, which is 6, it should be 8 members versus my 6 or 7, but because you were lower on members, weren't you? So we've just adjusted the numbers so it's still how the scenario was intended, rather than being I'll just kick you in or something because you've got a couple of guys in recovery.
Yeah, I've got quite a few in recovery.
But you've got 3, haven't you?
Yeah, well, in the last campaign game I had 4 go out of action, but fortunately 1 went out cold. But unfortunately I've lost a ganger, my long rifle specialist, and then one of my Jews. So not too bad a wish, but unfortunately the 20 credits on the slopper didn't give me any return this game. So
well, it's only 20 credits, isn't it?
Yes,
It's well worth the investment. I thought you could stack them, apparently not, but luckily I've not cheated already by doing that. But yeah, do you want to go over your gang first and see who's ambushing?
So ambushing, we've got my leader trying to lead this ambush. He's a Master of the Shadows. He is a Psyker, although he doesn't tend to use his psychic ability that much, but he might do it more this game because he usually ends up using Overseer with my long rifle specialist to give him 2 attempts at knocking people out.
Yeah.
And as he's not in there, he may get to actually try and do some of his psychic, but have to get within 3 inches to do that.
I approach it from the opposite way. I always think, well, I could use a psychic power, or I could shoot them in the face. Which is also, I find, a good plan at a lot of times. Yeah,
I think where I've had success with the psychic power in the past is when someone's got close to me, so they're within 3 inches, it then gives me a shoot and a psychic attack on them.
Right. So it doubles up.
It gives you an additional attack if they move to within 3 inches of you. The other one where it can be helpful is it's just a 3-inch bubble, because the psych is using his mind and he's sensing you in the warp. He doesn't need line of sight for that psychic power.
Yes.
So he can be on the other side of a Zone Mortalis wall and use his psychic attack on you.
Fair enough, yeah.
But he's armed with a shock stave and a flechette pistol. Then I've got Trember, my Nat Ghoul, who has... I've got 2 loadouts for him now. In the previous game, he only had a Shiver Sword. I've recently been able to get him the Serpent's Fangs, which is the config I'm running him in today. So he's got Auto Pistol with Plant Buster ammo, and then the Serpent's Fangs, which may really good thing. It may not.
Are they the ignores armour ones rather than the auto out of action?
Yeah. So the Sever Sword. The Shiver Sword, which is Sever, is the auto out of action. The phased is it ignores all armour.
Right, okay.
It doesn't ignore... So if we were attacking across a barricade, where you would get an additional... in addition to your save, you still get that addition, but you don't get any armour saves.
Right, okay.
So it would give you your 6 up save.
Right, so it's just like the actual equipped armour that they got. Does it ignore, I don't know, just plucking it at random, a conversion field? Yes, right, okay.
It's all armour types.
Noted.
Yes. So hopefully that might come in useful. I will admit that I did see that you'd purchased a conversion field, so I did
So that
think
might have been why the loadout is coming out.
That is probably why I went with the fangs instead of the shiver sword. The other advantage of the fangs, of course, is the paired. So on the charge, instead of getting +1 for the charge, they double the base attack characteristic.
Right, okay, so you're then getting like 5 attacks on the charge instead of...
So he's base 2, so that doubles to 4. He then gets +1 for having 2 melee weapons, so he goes to 5 attacks on the charge, which all ignore your armour. Hopefully they hit.
Joyous. Joyous. Right, go on then, tell me the rest of the pain that's coming my way.
Okay, so then I've got Althea, who's one of my ghosts, armed with auto pistol, las gun. Again, got the auto pistol plant buster ammo.
Because we all know plants are terrifying.
Plants are annoying. And then I've got the las gun and I've got a hotshot las pack for that. I've got Negarath, who's another ghost. He's got a las gun and a web gauntlet, which hopefully...
Web gauntlet's terrifying again. That sounds like it's not come off. Yeah. But I tell you what, when you hit someone with a web gauntlet, they're scared.
It's good. It is good, yeah. I'm toying with the idea of web guns, having a try with web guns, because I think it's the getting that person to survive in close combat or get into close combat and use his web gun is where I've been struggling.
Yeah.
Historically. Well, Probably because people try and charge him so they can kill him before he uses his web gun, to be fair.
Yeah.
So I've got him. So then I'll move on to Majuve, who I've got Xenoth this time, who's my Flame Majuve, who...
hand flamer or normal flamer?
Hand flamer.
Right.
Which just a slightly lower strength. It's the same template, so the range is the same.
And it's the same blaze chance.
And it's the same blaze chance. I think I've done more damage with the blaze than the actual hits, but blaze is just really strong.
Yeah.
It is. I'm trying to get hold of the Wild Snake Tactics card, which gives you a chance to increase the likelihood of getting blaze. But again, I think he falls into that problem. People don't like flamers, so they tend to focus him.
Yeah.
Or live to regret.
Massive distraction kind of effects, aren't
they? Yeah. And then the last one is a first for this game. I've got myself a brute, which is the Persean Spectre.
I'm glad we're both struggling on these Delaque names. I struggled on the name that you chose, you struggled on the name that they chose.
Yes, yeah.
I struggled on a normal word.
So not much choice in the equipment on this, obviously, because it's brute, just comes as it is, but he comes with carapace armour, light carapace armour. It's got fearsome skill. He's got flight rule, and again he is a non-sanctioned psyker.
Yes.
And he's got psychic mastery.
So I will get credits for taking out a non-sanctioned psyker, will I?
You do.
That's in the base rule. Yes.
I don't think you do on the leader.
We'll look it up after.
You definitely do on the Spectre. And the psychic power I've got for him is the same as I've got on my leader, which is Suicidal Embrace.
Okay.
So it's the 3-inch, not nearly needing line of sight, and it's not as bad as it sounds. It can really pay off if you manage to get it to go off against someone with a really handy melee weapon.
Yeah.
They basically, Suicidal Embrace, if it goes off, they make an attack with randomised melee weapon that they're carrying on themselves, so they can take themselves out of action.
That's not the bit that I'm worried about. It's the paired 4 attacks weapon.
So the weapon that he's got is the paired psychometric claws, which has got melee, paired, shock and phase. Phase ignores armour, so the same as the serpent's claws, and obviously shock is the 6's auto in.
Right. Okay. So being ambushed by that dreary lot, is the mighty Calvaferum, of which... So I got 1 custom pick and 3 randoms. 3 random generations. Generations is the word. So for my custom pick, I selected Smarticus, my new Ogrin, who comes with a Spudjacker, Augmetic Fist, which is his flaily arm because he's not actually got an Augmetic Fist on the model. He's got Furnace Plates and just his standard headbutt skill that he comes with. And that's just because I wanted to use him because he's the new guy in the gang. I then got Lucky Lucille, who is my road captain. As Nick said before, and you may have guessed from me asking, she has been upgraded with a conversion field for this game because she needs to not die as much. So she's got a chainsword, combi bolt gun grenade launcher, layered flak armor. She's got the Berserker skill, which I rolled randomly of, like last time or the time before, so that's +1 attack on the charge. She's got Mentor and Lucky, so I can change 1 dice to a 6, like after rolling it as the Orlock skill. I've then got Ironhard Aegis, who makes a return with his Mastercrafted Arc Hammer, Smoke Grenade, Stub Gun, Armoured Undersuit, Mesh Armour, Low Sticks. He's got Berserker, Fearsome, Ironhard and Nerves of Steel. So he's pretty much a baller now. He's going to be running about everywhere, smashing them with his Arc Hammer, hopefully. He comes along with the real star of the gang, which is Max the Dogue, who is now movement 6, but with no other increases to that. He's just a Dogue. If I don't say it in the game, unless I say differently, every turn, Aegis will be giving Max Nerves of Steel. I tend to forget to say it, but it's every time I want that dog standing up so he can run off if he's in danger. I've then got Remy, who is my wrecker and the final member of my gang, who has got 2 stub guns with dum-dum ammo, and she's gone down to toughness 2 now, so she's going to be a great help in this scenario, is how I'll phrase it. So that is the gangs. We're going to be playing Sector Mechanicus today, which we're about to go and set up the table. If you like watching the game, if you like Necromunda content in general, click like, comment, subscribe. It's basically to let me know in the analytics that you guys like this sort of content so that we produce more, so that Nick knows you like seeing him on the channel. So he comes on more so that I get more Necromunda games to show you guys. And if you really like it, there is a Patreon link below where you can get yourself a bouncy tray, because we all love bouncy trays, they make everything more fun, right? You've got to lean into...
when you can hit them.
Yeah, well, you've got to lean into this gig, you know. And also access to the Discord where you can see everyone bicker on the Discord channel, because we so...
Oh, we'll keep track of the Ghastly Prospects campaign.
And that thing. So we'll get into the deployment now. So this is the deployment map. We are playing Sector Mechanicus today. And yeah, this is the board that Nick hopes to ambush and shoot me down on. We've got the computer terminal over here. We've got 2 pieces of gas with zombies next to them, there and here. And I deployed first. Oh yeah, the exit points. There, and there, as Nick is kindly demonstrating. Just forgive the shadows on the board. This is the first game in the new studio today, so it's not quite there yet, but we'll get there. So I've got Remy, my wrecker, over this side of the board. We've got Aegis and Max directly in the centre. We've got Lucille with a combi grenade launcher, the leader of the gang. My hired scum, which actually comes from my racket of owning the blood pits, and Smarticus, the Ogrin, who is going to be doing probably stupid things throughout the entire game, living up to his namesake. So Nick, do you want to go through your deployment?
Yeah, so over on this left-hand side, I'm obviously not sure which of the 3 escape points you're going to be going for, so I'm trying to spread and cover the majority of them. I've got my Juve with Flamer and Ganger with the Lasgun and auto pistols with Plant Buster to try and get that zombie away from the gas up and pick that up. On the right hand side I've got Another Ganger with the las gun. Hopefully he's going to be able to take some pot shots and knock your guys out. And then the sort of, what I think is going to be my most valuable asset in the middle, in case you prefer either the right side or left side of the table. So he can sort of go either way, and that's my Spectre, and with him is my leader.
Yeah. So that is the deployment.
And I've got my Napgul, who's going to come in from the shadows at any point after turn 1 before priority's rolled. So if he comes in at the end of before turn 3 before priority roll, he can come in.
Yeah.
And he uses the same rules as infiltrate, but it's
at that different point. Yeah. So I'm going to be covering all angles, hopefully again like last time Nick was on, and not allowing in this horrendous charge onto someone that I don't want to die. But that is turn 1 that we're going to go into, and priority roll. 6, yes. 3 for Nick, and I get first turn, which you were actually hoping that I got first turn.
Well, I'm 6 and 2 3s. I think it's potentially, as long as you don't get any good shots off, it's potentially an advantage. If I'd have had my long rifle, I think I would have wanted first turn.
Yeah.
To get those first few shots off at you. But let's see.
Yeah, we will see whether that is going to benefit you or not. So into turn 1. So this is the deployment. We are playing on an unstable dome. So that means if you go prone on the walkways, you have a chance of falling through regardless of where you are. And it's also whenever you roll, whenever you place a blast marker, before working out effects, on a 5 or 6, a second blast marker is placed, and we'll go into the detail rule of that if it ever comes up. We also have critter swarms, so at the end of every round, horrible swarms will attack, and we roll for each Ganger or fighter on the table. On a 1, they are placed prone. If they're already prone, they have to take a strength check or take a flesh wound, and if they're seriously injured, they go out of action if they fail the strength check. So, for Calvaferum's first turn, I'm going to activate Lucille, who is going to activate on her own. And she's going to move to this point on the board and attempt to line up that Spectre that I can see flying from there. So she's going to move 5 inches to her left and then take a shot from wherever that ends up. Oh, she's going to stop there, obviously. And she manoeuvres to take a pot shot at the Spectre. So the Spectre is actually out of range from where I've moved to by about 1.5 inches. So I'm just going to roll the firepower dice. And I'm not out of ammo, but that is over to Nick's go. I thought I had you there, Nick. I really thought I had you with that one.
Yes. So the Jew has got pistols.
Yes, my wrecker over here.
And was that that's your combi grenade or bolted grenade launcher, isn't it, you were shooting with? And what's on your arms master? Has he got a ranged weapon?
He's got a stub pistol.
So he's a pistol as well.
The bolter is the longest range weapon that I've got.
So I'm probably safe from attack. So that's what I'm trying to decide is, do I want to move my Spectre so you don't get another pot shot at him? But at the moment, I don't feel
obliged.
There's enough activations for me to know where best to move, which direction to start moving in.
Okay.
So, as he's fairly safe from the shooting, I think he can stay there for now. And I think I'm going to do something over this side and try and get rid of this brain leaf zombie.
Okay.
So I'm going to activate my Ganger.
Yeah. And that's with the shotgun, is it?
No, this is the auto pistol with plant buster ammo. I have in my stash shotgun ammo, but I've yet to purchase a shotgun because none had come up. So that's likely what I'm going to use the bounty.
Your credits for, yeah.
Some of the credits that we were gifted to buy from the house list to buy a shotgun. But I wasn't sure at the time on what to do. So I want to get him. I want to try and get a cleaner shot on that zombie with a plant buster. So, but I want to try and keep it at a reasonably good range, because obviously it's 2d6 movement.
It's scary.
It's scary, so I'm likely to be getting charged by that zombie shortly. So, well, touch wood, I'm going to deal with it. So he's going to move. Is 5, and he's going to move. And unfortunately, he's going to get a -1 to that. I don't think he's going to be in short range.
Of an auto gun?
Yeah,
auto pistol.
Auto pistol's 4,
so it's 4 inch.
He's out of short range. So it's going to be 6 up to hit.
Yep.
Which is a miss, but now we'll check.
Okay.
And that's his activation.
But importantly, you're not revealing your hand.
I've got a tactics card, which is play the scan tactics at the start of the battle, after both sides have deployed but before the first round. Choose a fight from your opponent's starting crew that is on the battlefield. Place a marker on that fighter's card. Choose one melee weapon that fighter is equipped with. For the duration of the battle, when the fighter wishes to use that weapon, they must first make an intelligence check. If the check is passed, they may use the weapon as normal. If, however, the check is failed, the fighter's weapon skill is treated as 6+ when making attacks with that weapon during this activation.
Right.
And that's going on your arms, masters.
I imagine so. I imagine so.
Scary hammer.
Luckily, he's not super stupid, but we'll see when he gets there. I am then going to activate my Wrecker, who is just going to double move. She's going to try and get sort of one bounce here, and then another bounce to be underneath the walkways. So she's going to go 9 to there, and then I'm not activating a jump pack on either move. And yeah, I get to the walkway here. It will be. And sort of stay out of harm's way for this turn. She's the toughness 2 wrecker. She does not want to be engaging anyone too harshly. So over to you, Nick.
Okay. This is the fun part of Necromunda, isn't it? Are you in range to shoot? Can I take that shot without having to move? I'm going to risk it, so I'm going to activate this ganger here.
Yes.
And he's going to take a pot shot. I think it's your... Is that your dude there?
That is my hired scum.
Oh, that's your high school. Anyway, it's the one I can see the most of, so that is the time it's going to shoot at.
So it's just out by about half an inch. Oh, you're just in then.
So it is just by the skin of the teeth in. It's aiming and shooting.
Okay. Is there any cover?
No, it's open.
Okay. So hitting on 3s then. Unless you've got ballistic skill upgrade.
There's the 6 I did previously. And that's strength 3 against toughness
3.
So, of course.
Yeah.
No,
he's pinned. Yeah. So he goes lying down.
Which with a critter swarm?
Yeah, maybe, but no. He stands straight back up and moves 5 directly forwards as to not reveal my hand any earlier than I have to. So back over to you, Nick.
You're really just trying to make me burn the activations, Dave.
I want to know what that either your leader or your Spectre is going to do before I do anything.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, after the decision-making phase, as is key in most strategy games.
Yeah, so thinking around, as you're trying to burn your activations and waiting to see what I do with my leader and my Spectre, I'm trying to burn activations to see where you're heading before I use those. So on that note, I'm going to activate my Jude with the Flamer.
Yes.
And he is going to try and hit the zombie from where he stood. So he's going to have to turn and face.
Which is a free activation, isn't it?
Yeah, at the start
free
of the
action.
activation you can move. And then I'll try and see if Flame's in, and he's just in.
Yeah, so you will hit that zombie.
He gets, because of the cover and the flame weapon, he does get a save.
Yeah, 5 up because it's +1 for light, +2 for heavy cover.
Yeah.
So, but you roll your strength first of your weapon.
So I'll roll the ammo, which is fine. So strength 3 against toughness 3, so 4s. So
it wounds. It saves.
Okay.
But does it set on fire?
Blaze on 4, 5, 6. He gets blaze condition. He's blazed. So when he activates, he'll take a strength 3 hit.
Yeah. But other than that, doesn't take the normal like run screaming in a random direction that everyone else does on a blaze.
No, they have their normal activation.
So over to mine. Smarticus is going to have to do something. And Smarticus is going to...
Is he going to live up to his name and do something really smart and cunning?
He knows how to take cover, Nick. He knows how to take cover. So he's going to move 7 inches to there and face his furnace plates towards your Lasgun Ganger. And that's over to you.
Okay, so I'm going to do a group activation with my leader.
Oh!
So, and Spectre. So for my leader's activation, he's going to use the Overseer skill on the Spectre. And the Spectre's just going to double move, which means he's going to move 10, and he's just going to come charging straight down the middle.
Okay. And that doesn't use the Spectre's Go, as is the Overseer skill.
Yeah, this is...
for anyone that...
So it's just at the end of that way there. And then for the Spectre's activation as part of the group activation...
Yeah. What movement does your Spectre have? 5?
Yeah, it's movement 5. It's got fly, so it ignores verticality.
Okay. Okay, Nick, so over to your Spectre's second activation. And you're going to plunge it down the guts?
Oh, no, I've just noticed that would put me in a reasonably bad position.
You're going to 10-inch move backwards to your leader?
I may do a 10-inch move in another direction.
I think you should 10-inch move down to like approximately here. Just for me, you know.
Just so your Arms Master and Max can both charge me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, yeah. I think that's exactly where I want to be going, and that's partially what's putting me off the other charge, because it would be a much more risky charge for you, but it's still potentially doable. Because I think on anything but a 1, Max would get in, but you'd need a... Is your Arms Master movement 5?
Movement 5, yeah.
So you definitely need a 3, and then he still might not get in.
And I've got a versatile weapon.
Okay.
It's one thing that might play into your decision making.
What,
so I can count as engaged
range.
from a range of... He's only a range of 1, but he's still an extra...
So it's an extra
1-inch charge, basically.
I think your first suggestion is what I'm going to do.
Okay, so you're going to move 10 inches directly backwards to where exactly you were before?
Yes.
To exactly where he was before.
Yeah, well, I couldn't visualise where that 10 inches was, and I was hoping that there was something more meaningful I could do. But when I got there, it's like, no.
Actually,
yeah.
No, to be fair, it's it was probably better doing that than the other option that you had right then and there.
Yeah, yeah. So,
So that's you out of activation.
that's me out of activation, so you've got your Arms Master
Yeah.
and Max.
I
And
do.
Max will have Nerves of Steel.
Max does have Nerves of Steel now. So Max will do his 12-inch move.
Move.
Yeah, move rather than...
And I'm guessing he's trying to get to the middle and stay out of line of sight of that brain leaf zombie that's next to that gas.
Yes, he will be doing. So he's actually going to go to here, and that's 9. So
yeah, you
well
can easily do it with your
in.
12.
And my Arms Master's going to do exactly the same. To there. And that is the end of turn 1. So we will randomise where this brainleaf zombie goes.
Do we do
the
that
critters.
before the critters or after?
Let's do the critters after.
Okay.
Let's do the critters after, because we always try and do it how, say like you recover before the brain leaves go, so they don't kill you automatically.
Okay.
Right, so let's do the less harsh one. Yeah, so the random zombie movement here,
So the first thing we need to know, is it random or has he got line of sight onto anything?
I don't think he has. I've been very strategically put everything behind this blockade.
I think you're right, so that's random. Shall we do it near the...
Yeah. So it goes that away, 10. Which will take him to approximately here.
Okay.
Oh, slightly less than to here. We'll be facing that way. So Lucille will go to that turn on. Stupid place. Just
So this one is a bit more...
yeah, so there is his zombie here.
I've got a feeling I might just be lucky and he might be out of the arc.
He is, yeah, he will be.
So
random movement.
okay. Away from me, please.
4 inches to there. And stand on the edge.
Facing the way he was travelling.
Yeah.
He's got blaze, so
it takes a strength 3.
Takes a strength 3.
Do you want to roll it, Nick? Yeah. So 4 up. He does, and what does it do? You roll it. There's a flesh wound. So as a brainleaf zombie ignores a flesh wound. So see who gets attacked by critter swarms. Remy here doesn't. I'll just do all mine quickly, and then Lucille does.
So strength check.
Oh, so strength check for Lucille. She passes it by getting a 1. Because you've got to roll equal to or below your strength to pass a strength check.
Okay.
Yeah, because of, say, strength 5,
Yeah.
you don't only pass on 6. My Arms Master loves it. My Hired Gun loves it. Max is fine. And Smarticus is fine.
Okay, well, I'll start with my gang over here.
Yes, it's fine.
Doesn't care. Spectre. There's a whole Spectre.
Takes a strength check.
Which you will...
Fail, because he's rolled over his strength.
Yes.
So it goes...
And there's a field.
Steel won't
Steel
affect
takes
it.
no effect. Now, because of the lovely model, there's no way you can put it on its back, front or other, so we'll use the pin marker for him.
Your leader?
Roll for my leader. He's fine. My Jude with Hand Flamer.
Takes it.
Oh, and 6 again. The strength checks not doing him any good.
And your Lasgun Ganga.
Lasgun Ganga. It's fine.
Yes.
So I suffered a bit from these critters on this turn.
A little bit. I wouldn't say it's the worst on your Spectre right now.
No.
If you'd have been here, it would have been terrible.
Yes.
But it's a good job you made that decision, really.
Yes.
So
that's everything for the end phase.
it is, because none of us can bottle and no one's seriously injured. Do you want to bring your Nactghoul in at the start of turn 2?
No.
No.
No. He's
Okay.
not coming in for turn 2. So
Right.
I can roll for recovery, for priority.
Okay, so turn 2 priority. 4.
3.
So I go first.
Again.
And we know Lucille is about 1.5 inches out. So, wellity. What do we do here? Lucille's going to move this way and try and gun down. I can't even do anything to the brainless zombie. Lucille will move this way to here. She moves 5 easily to get to the barrels. So at this point, I'm going to attempt to pop Nick's leader at a -2 to hit. Don't worry, Nick. You're getting that -2.
It was more. Yeah, you can see.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure because
With how levels work upwards.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
always
I'm going to
difficult.
cut that one out because just with how levels. Yeah, with how levels work upwards, it's so hard to tell cover. So I'll put the grenade right on the top of his head, and I will need a 5+ to hit. So dice and the ammo dice. I do, but I take an ammo check.
and also
On a 5 or 6, the unstable dome places another blast marker. No.
okay, so that's hitting my leader and
Yes.
him.
So onto the leader, I wound, and because I rolled a 6 to hit, you're also knocked back 1 inch.
Which will take me.
In a random, you won't get, I don't think, any. Because I put it on your head, so it's non-directional even.
So do you want to randomise that then?
No, let's just do that, whichever way you want.
Okay.
So I've wounded anyway. Do you want to take your save?
So my leader has armoured undershoot mass armour, so 4 up.
Yeah. No. So it takes a wound, and you go pinned. Do you fall off the unstable dome? 2 up because you've got a barrier.
Yes, 2 up to the barrier.
No.
So it doesn't fall.
But you are pinned.
Pinned. And what's the? He's taken a wound.
Yeah.
So he's down to 1 wound. Yeah, down to 1 wound left.
And on the Spectre, I think I need a 5 to hit, to wound.
His toughness is 4.
4. So yeah, needed 5, but I failed anyway. So you need to take an initiative check or fall off. Because you'll fall through the unstable
He's already
dome.
pinned, so he hasn't gone pinned because of that blast.
Ooh, sneaky. True. So yeah, so that is my activation. And over to you, Nick.
So picking up Ghast.
You just run over it
Just
and
run
just pick
over
it
it. No,
Yeah.
so I'm going to activate my Ganger with his Plant Buster,
Yeah.
and he's going to move 5 to get as close to that as he can. Which I think,
3 an inch round an inch.
yeah, we'll get into there. He's going to pick up some Ghast, and then he's going to move 5 away from that brainleaf zombie and towards your, the exit point on the right as compared to you.
Oh, fair.
I'm just trying to get some distance because I don't think the brainleaf zombie's going to end up with line of sight, so it's going to be a random movement, and that 2d6 is awfully close at the moment, so
Yes.
although 5 doesn't get me into a safe distance, it gets me a little bit safer than I am.
Yes.
So he's just going to
5 to the edge of that platform.
come 5 to the edge, which isn't as bad because of the damage done, because he's on the tier anyway.
Yeah.
He doesn't really care that it's not near the edge of the platform.
Fair, fair.
So that's his activation.
My wrecker is going to jump 9 across, so to a reasonably here, and then I'm going to fire both my stub dum-dums at you.
Okay.
So I'm going to get 9 to here. So with the improbable shot, a 6 then requires a normal ballistic skill value of 4 up to then hit Nick. So looking for the 6s, no. And I'm not out of ammo from there anyway. So, over to your go, Nick.
I'm going to activate this ganger here.
Yeah, that's your Lasgun ganger, is it?
No, Lasgun ganger. And he's going to take I think it's your Arms Master, is it?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, I've got a clear shot on him. Although he's not the closest model, he's supposed to be clear shot. So need to measure, is it 18 or within 18 or within 24?
Is there.
So it's well within 24, but it's outside of 18.
Yeah.
So I don't get +1. Aiming and shooting, so he's hitting you on the
On a
3 up.
Yeah.
Bounty tray.
Oh, miss.
No.
Oh no.
So that's his activation.
Yeah, so over to me. Smarticus is going to move. And he's going to do... He's just going to move to over here, actually. So he's going to do 9 inches of movement to about here.
Okay.
To here. And be done there.
Okay.
And he'll actually end facing his furnace plates that way.
Towards my lads.
Yeah, so if you move further this way, I've still got furnace plates on you.
I'm going to activate this Juve here. He's pinned, so he's going to stand up. And then I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with this guy.
You just don't want to do anything with anyone else.
Yes, yeah. It's the person that is the least beneficial to seeing what happens next. So his benefits hopefully are going to come in a few turns' time. But I want to keep him away from that zombie. But I don't want to group him up with the Spectrum leader because another grenade shot from Lucille could cause me some issues there. He's just going to move 6, sort of towards the leader,
and you can go. You can just jump over that fuel tanks as well.
Okay. Because it's less than half inch.
Yeah.
And that puts him behind those barrels there.
Yeah.
And that's his activation.
So, for my activation, I'm going to activate Max and Aegis. I should have called him Paddy. I should have called him Paddy.
You should have.
So, Max is just going to move to behind my Ogrin, and then Aegis is going to do the same. Max gets to here, and Aegis, well within his 10, gets to there. And it's over to Nick's go.
Okay. So, you seem to be pushing this, or your left flank. So I'm getting to a point where I think I can maybe sort of fairly confidently start moving more over to your left flank, my right. So I'm going to activate my Spectre.
Yeah.
So he's going to use one action to stand up or float up a bit more than he was.
Into.
So he moves his pin. He's then going to move his 5 inches in this direction.
Yeah.
Obviously he ignores vertical height, so I'm hoping to get him down.
So to behind that sign somewhere.
Well,
basically.
I'm trying to work out the way priority's been going. I
You realise it's still a 50-50 chance.
It's still a 50-50 chance, but every game where someone's had priority the first 2 rolls, it just seems to have carried on when I played it. So with Callum, I think I got priority 1 turn, and the campaign game before I got priority. I think it was with Jay. I got priority every turn until I think turn 5.
Right. Okay.
So he's going to come down sort of into this hollow here, and I'll have some cover from various bits and pieces.
So you don't ignore vertical distance, do you? Or do you count the distance, you just move it as normal distance rather than...
It just says you ignore verticality, I think, for flying. Yes. So, but I don't. Yeah. It was a bit irrelevant because 5 only gets him to the edge of the platform.
Okay.
Which isn't the best of places for him. But we'll see.
It's not the greatest, but
No.
onto my go.
Yeah, and I've only got my leader left to activate.
Okay, so I'm going to activate my hired gun, who's going to move right into the open about here and take a shot with his shotgun. So I get to there, and then will you measure that 18-inch range, or 16 for a shotgun? Yeah, he's in.
He is in. How much of the model can be seen?
So it will be open because of your flying stand. Put him up. Just model him right on the floor, Nick. Just model him right on the floor. Model him for advantage, but it's my advantage on this time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I will hit on a 4. I hit, but take an ammo check.
Okay.
And then it's strength 4 with 2 damage.
So the toughness is 4 as well.
So it's 6 wounds, and you've got your light carapace.
So 2.
4 plus all round.
Is it 1 save?
Yeah, just one. Just one.
So 4 plus? No.
No, so 2 damage done to the Spectre.
Nerves of Steel.
Yes, so take your cool check.
Which is 6 plus cool.
Yeah. So you fall over.
How can a floaty king fall over? But yes, he is pinned.
And you never fall, do you? So you won't, because of your flight rule, you never fall.
Yeah.
So you'll just be pinned there.
So I'm just pinned again.
Which is hilarious. How many wounds do you have in total? 3?
My Spectre has 3 wounds.
Okay, right. And I will roll my ammo check. I failed, so I got ammo. Oh, no.
Right.
Well done, pig.
My leader, who's all I've got left to activate, is going to activate, so he stands up from being pinned.
Yes.
Oops. He is then. He's going to move 5-ish towards here.
Okay.
Effectively, basically,
To the top of the ladder.
I was covering that if you put your guys on the high road,
Yeah.
I needed a lot up there, but you're coming down the low road at the moment.
Well, because you're all high. Yeah.
So it was understandable. Whichever way I did, you were going to try and do the opposite.
Yeah, of course.
But to make a decision, and I felt it was easier to start high and work down, because if worse comes to worse, you can always do a
Yeah, you don't have to
Hail
pull.
Mary off the edge of the platform and jump.
Yeah, I mean,
Whereas getting up, you've got a half distance climb, or you have to use a ladder. So he's going to see, so he can get to the top of that ladder easily.
okay.
So he's going to go to there.
Okay, so now is the end phase. We'll
Brainleaf
first
zombies.
roll for Brainleaf Zombies, yeah?
So the one near you.
Oh, do you want to do this one first?
Okay.
Let's do dice three. So it goes 8 inches and falls. Are we saying it falls off the
Yeah,
ledge?
I think they would just stumble off.
Okay. So
They
extra
wouldn't
stupid
take
zombies.
anything, so we will end up somewhere there.
Yeah, and that will take a strength check for both. Sorry, not a strength check. A damage. That will take damage for falling.
So the full damage is strength 3.
Yeah. For 3 to 5 inch.
No.
No.
And blaze.
Yeah. Strength
Is
3, toughness 3 still.
4s. So that wounds.
And the damage dice. Flesh wound ignored, as per. So this Brainleaf Zombie goes 6 inches, sort of randomly over here. Just sort of makes his way out of the game. Is sort of what's happening there.
Well, I think both the Brainleaf zombies are effectively just
Milling
stumbling
about,
away from us, which is has its positives, has its negatives.
Yeah.
So
I'm happy with it while it's going on. So critters next. So I'll just quickly run down mine.
Yep.
Remy, takes a strength check, but he's fine. So Lucille doesn't. My hired gun doesn't. Aegis doesn't. Max the dog Doesn't. Smarticus! Doesn't.
Right, okay. My Ganga here.
So there's the Lasgun Ganga.
My
The Spectre.
Doesn't. My leader. Doesn't. Jew the Flamer. Doesn't. And
Your Ganga over the far side.
Doesn't.
Oh, nothing from the critters this time.
No.
And that's the end of the turn. So,
Yes.
decision phase for Nick. Does his Nat-Ghoul come in? So Nick has placed his Nat-Ghoul properly.
It's all or bust. If you get priority again, I'm in a world of hurt. If I get priority, I'm pretty sure that I only need a 1 on my charge dice to get into combat with your leader.
Yeah. Well, we will we will see. So priority.
See what I've got to beat.
Oh, I don't want to roll it first. 4. Oh! Yes! So, Nick, you go first. What's your first action, Nick?
Well, I have some things I want to do. So I want to activate my Nat-Ghoul.
Okay.
And my Nat-Ghoul is going to make a charge action. I won't put the activation
On my leader?
myself.
Funnily enough.
On your leader. So if you could just measure me.
So,
the
it is. What's your movement, Nick?
6.
It's a 7-inch charge, so you were in. So, I'm going to play Quick Trick
Okay.
as my first tactics card. So when you declare a charge action, I immediately make an attack with a sawn-off shotgun.
Okay.
And I think you got blasted by this one last time, didn't you?
No.
Oh, did you not?
No. It wasn't a Nat-Ghoul because my Nat-Ghoul got in and then got
Who's your
battered.
leader?
And then when my leader came in the same place with shifting shadows.
Yep.
That's where you got your trick shot off when he tried to charge. So yeah, I have followed that one.
Okay, so it's when you move within 1 inch of me, so you'll get an inch away.
Okay.
So I hit on a 2+.
He's got evade, so I'll take it to 3+.
So I still a 2 because I hit a 3 normally, +2 -1.
+2.
+2 because of short range.
Oh, right,
okay.
okay.
Shotgun, sorry. So a 2+ to hit. I hit
Okay.
on a 5. I get how many hits? 1. Oh no!
So I get to.
So see if I wound. I do.
What did you? Sorry, it was 4. I have mesh armor, so 5 up save.
Yeah.
Whoops. No.
No. So it takes a wound, but you can't be pinned by that attack.
Okay.
It says on the card. Why did it say on the card? So you take a wound, but aren't pinned. So you do your charge action.
Okay.
So Seals combat. Ugh.
So he's 2 attacks base. Paired weapons takes it to 4 +1 for the double melee, so that's 5 attacks.
Yep.
And those are hitting on 2 ups.
Yep.
So
1 miss,
One miss.
and I got parry, so please re-roll one of those.
is it a power weapon?
Oh, it's not. Yours is a power weapon, is it?
I believe they are. So it's
So it's not got power, so I'm forcing Nick to re-roll 1 dice. No, don't matter. So still 4 hits.
4 hits, and it's strength +2.
Okay.
So it's 4 +2, so strength 6.
Toughness 3, so 2s again. 4.
No armor save.
No armor save. I have 3 wounds though.
So I roll 2 dice.
So you roll, yeah,
Injury.
2 injury dice. Come on, double flesh wound now. Serious, and then you stomp, I imagine.
Oh, I stomp.
So Lucille goes down, and I'm going to activate, obviously. So I'm going to activate with Remy over the other side of the battlefield, because Nick's danger over this side has already happened. So I'm going to activate my jump booster, which gives me my 9-inch move.
Yeah.
And I'm going to...
Don't have to roll...
Only if I push it more than 9 inches.
Okay.
Which I might do. I'm going to declare a charge action. So I'm going to charge action Nick. I've got a 9-inch move, and I can fairly certainly see that's in. I'm going to push it an extra D3 though, just to really make
Is
sure.
Is it no risk to you doing that?
On a 1, I'll fall over at the start of my move. So, plus D3, no, I get 12-inch.
Yeah, you're in easily.
And I'm 9-inch, so I shouldn't have even done that.
Well, that's why I asked if there was a negative to it.
No, it's just in case that would have come up. So I've got 2 stub dum-dums. So 2 attacks with dum-dums go first. So I hit once with no out of ammos. And then 1 unarmed kick, 2. So the dum-dum is strength 4, and the unarmed is strength 4 because I get +1 to my strength for the jump booster.
So that's wounding on 3s.
1 wound.
They've got mesh armour.
Okay, so...
5 up.
No. And what's it do? Dead. So Remy murders 1. And I will consolidate her... I'll pick up the cast. And consolidate her 2 inches, just slightly further away and towards the end point.
Okay.
So over to Nick's activation.
Yes. I'm going to group activate with my Spectre and my leader.
Yep.
My leader's going to use Overseer, so my Spectre's going to clear that.
Yep.
And then he's going to move 5 inches that way.
Okay. So it just drops off the edge to here.
Yep.
So it'll be on the other side. My finger's the extent.
There.
Yeah. To there.
And then he's going to charge that dude there.
Okay, so
what's the range to him?
It is a healthy 7.5 inch.
So he's moving 5.
So if you get a 1 or 2 on your D3, you will fail this charge.
You won't.
Will you not?
Versatile 3.
Oh, right, okay. Right, so do you want to stay an inch away?
I need to make the move.
Yeah.
So I'll see how far I can move.
More than enough.
So I can move more than enough. Now it's, as you say, it's whether I'm going to stay an inch away. I've really messed this up. But yeah, he is, so I'm just thinking if I'm 3 away, I'm further from him. But I don't actually think it makes a difference.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, that'll be within his versatile range. Yeah.
We'll stop 3 inches away there, yeah, essentially.
The reason being, he won't be within an inch for assists when you do charge him in.
Fair enough. Do you want to roll them around here? Oh no, let's do it again. So, the combat with Nick's versatile melee weapons.
Versatile, melee and paired.
Yep.
So my Spectre's 4 attacks base, on the charge that becomes 8.
Yep.
Paired melee takes it to 9 attacks, 3 up.
Yep.
So there's
4 misses.
Yeah, a few misses there.
5 misses.
Yeah, so 4 hits. And this is strength 5 against toughness
3.
So 3s.
Yep.
That's 3.
Yep.
No
3.
armor save.
Oh, mesh armor.
No armor save.
So no armor save then.
Phase.
No, right, okay.
Yeah, it's that phase is nice.
That's everywhere, it seems. So, serious injury. Do you want to take me out, Nick?
I think I've got to.
Yeah. So you stomp on me and get the experience.
And that was your pick fight, wasn't it?
That was the hired gun guy.
And it's you.
It is. I am going to activate with It's going to have to be with my arms master. I'm just going to have to. He's whether I did Smarticus first, but Smarticus wants to go second. So my arms master is going to charge your fighter.
Yeah.
And it's not going to matter whether I stay an inch away because you've got a longer engagement range.
Mm-hmm.
So
the only determining factor on that is around assists for Max later on.
Yes. Well, I'd still be an inch away, and he's not. You're going to kill me if I don't kill you.
Is it within an inch, or does it have to be?
My engagement is an inch, so I can.
Oh, so yes,
Yeah,
so
yeah. So I'm just going to move. I'm going to charge right in and be well within
distance,
that 5 inch. So I now have to make, I don't know, Nick,
but so he has to make a
willpower check.
Willpower check to see if he can charge.
So willpower check, 5. My willpower's 6, so I fail and stay there. Weirdly, even though I have fearsome as well. So I stand there like an idiot for that turn, and Max is going to.
You were hoping to farm Max's XP again, weren't you? With the
Yes, I was hoping to leave you seriously injured there.
Yes.
Max is just going to stay exactly where he is because there is no point, Chad. Oh, what? How many wounds are you on? You're on 1, aren't you?
He is on 1 wound. Yes.
Max is going to charge you.
Okay. So he's moved 6. So he's just a willpower check to see if he can charge.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't. He stays there. He's really fearsome, is that Spectre. So, yeah, over to yours, Nick. So you've got your lasgun and hand flamer left.
So what I'm working out is my Juve has movement 6. If he does a move, that should be able to get him to the bottom of that ladder.
Yeah.
So that's what he's going to do.
Okay.
So it's going to be 3 to the top of the ladder.
And then 2 inches.
5 down.
Yeah.
So that takes him to 8, and that leaves him with 4.
Okay.
And the 4 he's going to move to there.
Okay. To there. And so that leaves Smarticus and the lasgun. Smarticus is going to charge whoever this person is.
The nat goal.
Yes, so that I don't have to take a willpower check.
You don't, no.
So I've got a movement of 5. It's a 6-inch charge, so I'm just going to get in.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, I'm going to bash you because it's about that time in the game that I need to start bashing people. So he's got 2 attacks, 1 for charging and 1 for 2 close combat weapons. So I've got my Augmetic Fist, which is going to be engagement range strength plus 1 damage 2, which are the yellow dice.
Yep.
And the Spudjackers, which are going to go next, So the yellow dice is the Spudjackers, the red dice is the Augmetic Fists.
Yeah, hitting on
4s for Smarticus. Oh, Jesus. Right, so that's 3 hits at least in the positive side of that roll. And then the negative side of that roll is Nick's going to have to replace everything that we've got on there. Sorry, Nick. So 3 hits, 1 of which is with the Augmetic Fist.
So it's toughness 3.
Toughness 3, I'm strength 5, plus 1 for the Spudjacker and the Fist. So 2s.
Okay.
So the red one being the Fist. 1 wound from each. So it's -1 save for the Fist.
Okay.
And they both got knockback and rolled over your strength, so you will be knocked back an inch. The save at -1.
So he has got mesh armor, so it's a 6 up. No.
No. And the save normal.
No.
So it takes 3 damage, of which you've got 1 wound left.
I have 1 wound left, so it's 3 injury dice.
Oh, with a skull.
Yeah. Okay.
A fairly uneven trade there for my leader, but Smarticus has made his first kill of the campaign. And that is me out of activations. And over to Nick.
Okay, so I'm going to activate this Ganger.
Yep.
And he's going to move his 5 to there. And then he's going to take a pot shot at Spartacus, which I think would be -1 to hit.
Yep.
It's well within 18.
Yep. I should
Okay.
have...
Is that on your base?
yeah, you
Yeah,
got
so
something, yeah.
it's in 18. So I get +1 for short range.
4 base,
4
3
base,
for short,
3 for short,
4 for cover.
4 for cover. So it's back to 4s. So 4 up. Nope.
Nope.
Yeah,
That's end of turn.
So critters or zombies?
Yeah, zombies.
Should we do the one near you first?
Yeah.
Is there anything in its line of sight? No, it's
No.
there's nothing.
So the zombie moves 2 inches back this way.
Okay. The blaze zombie. So we should do the wing first because if he goes seriously injured, he won't move.
Right. Yeah.
So blaze 4 up. Nope. So random 2d6 movement.
11 this way. Even more out of the game than before.
Well, he's actually heading towards his compadre over there. So we could have
They
a
join
zombie
up.
off. Yeah.
Do zombies attack each other?
No.
No.
Sadly not. So he gets to the edge of the barricade.
Okay.
And I think this is one of the few campaign games where the zombies are doing very, very little.
Mm. So, critters.
Oh god.
Critters. Do
So
you want to go
mine
first, Nick?
Yeah. Okay, so my Lasgun Ganger.
And see if they fall.
Now
They pass this strength check. So, your leader?
Spectre.
Oh, Spectre first. Spectre! No!
My leader. This terrain is really suffering. Fine. My Jude with Flamer.
Takes a strength check. Fails, so just falls down. So,
And
my
he's
stuff.
gone over there, yes. Your stuff.
So, Remy in the far corner is
No.
fine. Aegis the Arms Master is fine. Max the dog is fine. And Smarticus is fine. So, end of turn, no bottle checks.
No seriously injured.
Yeah. No seriously injured, no bottle checks.
It's that priority.
So it's
roll.
priority. So, priority roll for turn 4, I think it is. I got forced to go last time.
So
Nick gets priority. Nick, what are you choosing to do with your priority?
I'm fairly confident that I need to make a charge action.
Okay, so we know you're in, and we can say that for certain. You need to make a willpower check or stand there like an idiot. Unless you want to charge Max the dog on the long bomb charge all the way round.
Well, he ignores all the
tempting?
terrain. So
Oh,
he
so
doesn't
you
have
go
to go
up
around,
and
you
then
go
back down.
over and back down, yeah.
And is this really because Max the dog is such a tempting target that you're even considering it?
No, but he hasn't got fearsome.
He doesn't have fearsome.
And that's a willpower.
Willpower, yeah.
So no, he's gonna charge your arms master.
Of course he is. So 2d6 on the fearsome. Oh!
He
What?
doesn't.
He doesn't, he stays there.
It's 6 up his willpower.
Oh! Now you know my pain from last turn, Nick.
Yes. Yeah.
So, because that's already been done now, so I'm going to double move Remy 18 inches to the edge of the board.
You're getting to him off.
Yeah. So 8 gets to there,
Yeah.
and 8 takes Remy off the board.
So we just leave him on the exit.
Yeah. So she's removed from play, but stays there. And over to Nick.
Right. My leader's gonna move 5.
Yeah.
5 over towards here
Okay.
and hope that that gets him within a range.
Within switcheroo range.
No, I haven't got it. It's I want him to be able to make a shoot.
Okay.
So I think this is going to be out.
What's your range?
12.
I think you're in. Base to base, you're in there.
So he's going to be shooting with his. Well, he's shooting anyway because we measured it.
Flechette pistol.
Flechette pistol. What's his toughness?
3. So you'll need 3s to wound on the toxin.
And toxin.
Ignores my wounds, it goes straight to serious injury rolls.
And he has 2 wounds, doesn't he? So I am gonna have to do it with the flechette, with the flesh blade. So there's no negative
For long range.
for long range.
I'm in the open there.
It's in the open, so he's hitting on a 3 up.
Yep.
And it's rapid fire 1.
Okay. Oh, and it misses.
Oh, it would have been 3 shots. But there you go.
There we go. So, Aegis is gonna have to
Try and pass
charge.
his willpower.
Yeah. he's gonna have to.
Yes.
In fact, you've only got 1 wound left.
No, I've got 2 left on.
I think
No, you're right.
Yeah,
yes.
1. I'm not going to make a charge action.
Okay.
I'm going to activate my arms master,
Yep.
and I'm going to move an inch away from you.
Okay.
I'm then going to take an intelligence check to make a fight basic action.
Because it's
Can't
a
use
confusion card.
Yes. So intelligence of, I believe it's 6 up. Intelligence 6 up. Jesus. 5 and knocking over the terrain again. Because
So you fail?
yeah, I fail and can't use my.
No, I think he's.
Oh, I hit on a 6, don't I?
Yes.
I hit on a 6. So I've got 2 attacks, and I will hit on a 6 from Nick's confusion card instead of a 3. No. And I'm going to use my Master Crafted right now. Oh, I get a hit.
Okay.
So I'm strength 6.
Toughness 1.
Toughness 1. Toughness 1?
Yeah, because he's got 1.
Oh, no, you're 1 wound. You're
Oh, sorry, 1 wound, yeah.
Yeah. So wounding on 3s, I wound at -1 to your save.
So 5 up.
Yeah. Oh, he makes it. And I made a fight basic action.
So I get a fight back. Because
I believe so, because you're in range. Yeah, you're in.
So I get 4 attacks.
Yeah.
Plus 1 for paired melee weapons.
For 2 close combat weapons.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Paired, the paired,
Yeah.
2 melee weapons. Hitting on 3 ups.
Yeah.
Well, that's
4
a lot
hits.
better. Have you got parry?
I've not got parry.
So that strength is 5. Were there any 6s? There weren't any 6s. Strength is 5.
Toughness 3. So 3s. 2 wounds.
No armor save.
Nope.
Because of
Are they
phase.
1 damage each?
It is. Yes, damage 1.
Okay. So I've got 2 wounds.
Yeah.
So you roll 1 injury dice. Serious injury. So I'm going to use my Iron Hard to downgrade that to a flesh wound.
Okay.
Because that's my once a game thing.
Yeah.
So, God, this is the most ever going combat.
Yes.
So Max is going to activate next.
Yeah.
And Max is going to make a charge action.
Willpower.
7. He better be. He's not. He's will 8. So fails, and it's over to your go, Nick. Oh, and I might be out of 3.
I put him back there when you first launched the thing. But
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think
yeah,
he
you-
was there, was I? Because the
No,
last
you
thing he
can
did
see.
was took a shot of
Yeah.
your ogre.
Just move it.
So he moved to there, so that's where he should have been. Sorry, that was after the 2 high quakes which threw him to there and there.
Didn't you knock it once as well?
I knocked it, but it didn't go anywhere.
Right. So just before the end of that, so I'm actually outside of 3 inches to my arms master, so I need to take a cools check to see if I become broken as an exotic pet. I failed, so automatically become broken for my next activation.
I'm going to aim and shoot
with your lasgun ganger
into that combat there.
Okay.
So it's -1 for shooting into combat. You're in the open. I think it's outside of. It's within 18. So
Okay.
+1 for short range. +1 for aiming. -1 for shooting into combat. So that takes him to hitting on 3 up.
Yeah.
With the risk of hitting my Spectre if I miss.
Hopefully.
Which
you miss.
He's within an inch, so it's
1 to 3.
1 to 3.
1 to 3 it will hit the Spectre. It does! On a 5 up, it will wound the Spectre. Do you want me to roll this or do you want to roll it?
I'll roll it. I'll kill the Spectre myself.
No. But you need to take a nerves check or you become pinned.
Which is cool, isn't it?
Yeah. You love it.
I should do.
If you don't love it there, you
yeah.
need to get a different brute.
Yeah.
So,
I'm activated out.
so I have 1 activation left, and that's Smarticus. So Smarticus is going to charge. Now, I'm definitely out of charge range, but what I do have is Thundering Charge. I can add the move distance twice rather than rolling a d3.
So you get a charge of 8.
Yeah. Oh no, for 10, because I move 5.
Oh, you 5.
Yeah. So I'm within
Yeah.
10 inches. I'm actually within 9.
Willpower check.
Oh, you're right.
Pearson.
There's some willpower check. Smarticus is will 8. No, he just stays there like an idiot. Critters.
Zombies and critters. So, do you want to do... Well, they're both near you, so we need to sort of go over to there, don't we, really?
Yeah.
You've got scatter over here.
Yeah.
That's where the scatters.
So the zombie...
Blaze one first. Do you want to roll to see if he gets injured from Blaze? So 4 up.
No.
2d6 random direction there.
So 2d6 random from behind this
There's
crate.
not any line of sight.
7. Just sort of uselessly
Yeah.
into here.
Okay, and...
Oh, the zombie that is here that can see Smarticus.
So he's going to move 2d6 towards Smarticus.
Yes, let's do it over here. So 2d6 towards Smarticus from the zombie in the background. 10. So 9 gets into there. And an inch of 10. 2 inches, 3 inches from 2 inches from Smarticus. So Smarticus needs to do something about that.
Yeah,
And critters.
the horrible critters, which they seem to be... I think your critter repellent is working better than mine.
Yeah.
I'll do mine first. So Maganga,
With lasgun.
fine. My leader, fine. My Spectre, fine.
And you Juve that's behind the sign.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about my Jew. Because he was pinned, I think. Fine.
So, Max the dog is fine. Aegis takes a strength check. And Smarticus takes a strength check. So Smarticus is strength 5 and loves it. And Aegis loves it because he's strength 3.
Okay.
So, priority, Nick.
For round 5.
You rolled it first last time. Do you want me to roll it first?
Yeah, give me a target.
2.
2.
Get a 1 now. Come on.
2, but I
You
had
had it
priority
last
last time, so you get priority.
So, what I'm going to do, surprisingly, is I'm going to activate Aegis and Max. And Aegis will activate first. Because he's got to. So, he's willpower. Oh no, I'm just going to fight basic action here.
So, your intelligence check for confusion.
Yes. Intelligence 6, he gets it, so he strikes normally.
Okay.
So, I've got 2 attacks, hitting on 3s, 1 hit. I'm strength 6, so 3s will wound. I wound at -1, so you've got 5 up save, sir. Oh, you make it again.
He loves it. I attack back.
You do.
So it's the 5 attacks. Hitting on 3s. That's
2 hits.
terrible. And it's strength 5.
2s to wound. 2 wounds. I've got no armour, so just 2 injury rolls, and I'm toughness 2. Yeah, so serious injury. He's dead.
He's dead.
So Aegis is dead, and I believe Max runs off at this point.
Exotic pet, if your
Yeah.
leader leaves the battlefield, the pet goes with him.
Yeah, that
So
is true.
Max runs off. Oh, and my Spectre gets +1 XP.
Yes, he does.
And that's, what was he again?
Aegis.
Okay. And that's your activation, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got, the Smarticus got fearsome.
No, he's got nothing.
Right, so there's only him left, isn't there?
Yeah. So you charge Spartacus with your 3-inch versatile, I imagine.
Oh! Brainwave Zombie really close to Smarticus. But if I take Smarticus out, the game ends.
Yeah.
And my Spectre will have some ghast. Which is also a point you need to put ghast for where we took people out.
Yes.
So
Nick, your Spectre, we now know it's coming.
yeah, I'm charging Smarticus.
Okay.
So it's 8-inch.
And I believe it definitely gets you in the versatile range, and you want to stay in your versatile range so I can't hit you back.
Yeah. So it ignores because we've got fly.
Yeah.
But obviously I want to stay in. You haven't got versatile, have you, on him?
No.
Okay. So he's going to come to. If he fails, you then get to charge him. I'm gonna hope that I kill him and you don't get to charge. You
To
don't
strike
get
you
to fight
back.
But it's better than you charging back.
Yeah. You've also got 9 attacks on the charge, so
I have also
I know where this is
9
going.
attacks on the charge. And it's hitting on 3s.
Yep.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 attacks on 3s, all hit. Strength 5, toughness 5.
So
4s.
4s.
6 wounds, so you strip.
Shock.
That's onto hit.
Oh, is it on to hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 6 wounds anyway, you got it right. So 2 of them take off my wounds down to 1, so roll 4 injury dice for Smarticus. Dead. And that is the last member of my gang. Okay, so that is the end of the game.
Yes.
We got to that point, and what a bloodbath it was, really. Like, veering one way, but you ambushed successfully,
Yes.
properly successfully. So,
Yeah,
you got your revenge.
I got my revenge. Only one of yours got off the board. It was very much 50-50 which way it was going to go first couple of rounds. I think you had a slightly stronger position. I think the turning point was taking out Lucky Lucille, which took you ranged.
Well, it took what was like a bolter, even on its own, is super scary, right? When that got removed, you actually had the edge in range.
Yeah.
So then I would have had to start being more aggressive, but I think using the Nactghoul with the Spectre? Like as a double threat in one turn,
Yes.
just to split what I was doing was really successful. Yeah, and I think you played it really well, to be honest. Like, I'm not going to be butthurt now because I already know the outcome of the rolls that we got. So yeah, I managed to take out, what was it, one or two of your...
You took out my Natgul and one of my gangers. I could have brought a fighter in.
Yeah.
With Shifting Shadows, which one of my tactics cards. But it was still... if you'd have taken that goal out maybe one turn later, I would have shifted Shadow someone else in. But at the time, because it could go so much either way, because at that stage I only had the Spectre there where you had 3 threats there.
Yeah.
It didn't really help me. It was just potentially...
It would have been another
fell,
gangbang, wouldn't
everything
it,
would
of
have
that
been
next
falling.
person.
Yeah.
No, I think you played it really well. I don't think you did. Like, everything seemed to come up because you were making the good decisions.
Yeah.
I think is how that is best summed up.
I think there was the fearsome and the confusion tactics card played a significant role.
Yes, but I also had fearsome, which you suffered from.
Yeah,
so
but
it was
my
one of those
fearsome
things.
came off 5 or 6 times. Yours only came off once.
Oh yeah, but only because I failed it 3 times with Max.
Yeah.
So that was. But anyway, yeah, that was what we got. And let's do injury rolls first.
Yes.
The injury rolls. What did you get on injury rolls?
So my Natgul seems to be a really cool character. He's been taken out in nearly every campaign game, but he's been out cold every campaign game. And Maganga was fortunate again. He got out cold.
Right. And the bit that I was really, really dreading, and I can't emphasise that enough, I was really dreading entire gang wipe except for Remy, who was already toughness 2. Everything was out cold except for Lucille, who got a into recovery.
Yes.
And that was right.
Yeah.
That was right. Everyone out cold. My bum was flapping as I rolled them all. And then the only bad one, which is not bad at all, right? Into recovery is like, oh, that's a really good one, I think.
It means you miss the next game, unless you've got a slopper, where you've got the 1 in 6 chance to get them in.
I might buy a slopper,
but there's no negative to it.
Yeah, well, exactly. It's the minuses to toughness that I've already had 2 of this campaign that I was really dreading. Or even minuses to weapon skill, ballistic skill, wound, all of them. Oh, yeah. But I did not suffer from it.
I've had the 2 negative ones I've had have both been humiliation, which is leadership and cool.
So long as it's not on your nerves of steel or your leader, it's whatever.
So yeah,
whatever. So yeah, that was our lasting injury rolls. How many rep did you end up on, and how many gas have you now got?
So taking gas from the game, I took 6 gas off this game, which I've got 8 currently, so that takes me up to 14.
Yeah, and that's because you would have consolidated through the gas that was dropped in the last bit. So
it was picking up.
Yeah, we didn't get on that on camera because we sort of... I was too desperate to do my out cold rolls. But yeah, you managed to get those by consolidating onto them at the end.
Yes, so moving through them as I took your fighters out. On the rep front, I've gone up 10 rep, so I'm up to 24 rep now. So that's, I think, the biggest jump I've had.
Yeah, well, that's because you got 3 because I started. So I started higher rep than you.
Yep.
So you got 3 for winning, 1 for playing a player with a higher rep than you, and then like 6 from the gas. So it's a 10 jump. I just got 2, 1 for Remy escaping the board with a gas, and 1 for the gas that she was carrying in addition. And I didn't change much. I went to 21, so you're not actually now higher than me on rep. There was no change to the gas value, so it still remains 6 creds for a piece of gas. Because why are we here in the DibCon looking for gas? It's of no value to anyone. Why are we doing it? I don't know.
No. I mean, the price of gas, it can be that if you, early on in the campaign it was higher, if it just ticked you up enough credits to get something else, a lot of people using it for that.
Yeah.
I think it's probably more for people like Phil who's playing Cawdor, where he tends to want to just kill off gangers rather than try and heal them and recruit new ones.
Yeah, sometimes when they're so cheap. Yeah.
So I know he's used his gas a lot for doing that. So.
Well, he just so happened. It's just this campaign. Like, if I'd not have failed every single time, and as my arbitrator role, if I'd not devalued it every single time as arbitrator, we could be swimming in money, but we're not. And I think that's how it goes in Necromunda. And I think we'll wrap it up there because I can't suffer this loss anymore. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching me get battered. So we'll catch you next time in a bit.
Cheers.